Cato-Merridian class of 2021. Micah has maintained a weighted GPA of 105 and achieved principal's high honor roll all 4 years of high school. Micah has participated in soccer, where he has served as co-captain, and this year made his debut with the varsity football team. He's also involved in student council, National Honor Society, and drama, where he has had several lead roles. He plays the piano and is very active outside of school with youth groups. Micah plans to attend Syracuse University and major in real estate. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Micah Stavenhagen, Salutatorian of the class of 2021.
Woo woo! Yeah, Micah! Good Joey.
Good evening, faculty, family, community members, and fellow students. It is an honor to be in front of you today. And in the flesh, as we know, that hasn't always been the case this year. The title of my speech is called The Beauty of the Unseen. And by the unseen, I'm referring to our time during COVID. Some of you might immediately say, what was beautiful about this time? But I want us to consider how appreciating and saying thanks helps us turn to one another and realize the fact that we did this together. March 14th of 2020, I woke up to the news that school had been canceled for the next 2 weeks. Sweet! Any vacation was always welcomed. However, as we know, it wasn't really much of a vacation, and it certainly wasn't many. I suddenly could no longer see my friends, couldn't go out anywhere, couldn't go to my church, and had to try and learn online alongside many of my teachers who also had to learn new techniques. And compared to the rest of the world, I had it pretty easy. Every day we couldn't see what was coming. In the unknown, there was fear. What was going to be taken away from us next? Or who, for that matter? However, I think that there was another question to be asked. What were we being given? I believe in this time we were ironically given beauty. The beauty of creation and adaptation. If we're expecting today just to be like the next, nothing is really being created. Although some days we had no idea what we were doing, we were given the opportunity to forge new paths instead of walking the same old ones. And up to this point, I have been often living my life selfishly, unsatisfied, and taking it for granted. COVID wasn't just a virus, it was a wake-up call. Something needed to change. So what did we do? We flipped the script. In the fall, I spent a lot of my time alone and began to truly understand myself more and God in my life. I didn't continue to grovel in the loss that I was experiencing. Instead, I sought to connect with others, despite our situation. Bit by bit, I began entering the habit of thinking, who could I listen to? Who needed a helping hand? Who needed to simply be appreciated? This pushed me away from the attitude of just finishing school. Instead, I became friends with more people who had before only been acquaintances. And on top of that, I was given new opportunities, like many of my other classmates. I didn't have soccer, so I joined football and got to experience the heart of the family that's in Cato football. Where my boys at? I didn't have socialization, so I began reflecting on myself. I learned online, so I gained more academically independence. And I saw so many of us learning and adapting in different areas of our lives. We didn't have a normal work year, but we gained new ways of working and learning. We didn't have places to visit, so we went outside and appreciated nature. I seriously have never seen so many people outside before. We couldn't travel much, but we had Cato-Merridian and the beauty of this small town. It's been oddly beautiful, hasn't it? Out of the fear and the unknown birthed the beauty of what I see in front of me today. One of my favorite quotes from The Lord of the Rings, in my opinion, sums up this journey of ours perfectly. Samwise poetically says, "How could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad had happened? But in the end, it's only a passing thing, the shadow. Even darkness must pass. A new day will come, and when the sun shines, it will shine out the clearer. Yes, we have certainly suffered much loss and gone through much pain. We acknowledge that pain, but what is important is that we move forward into a new day together. A new day to appreciate what we have and what we've made. And it's not just about the destination or where we're going next. It's about looking back at our path and recognizing the fact that we endured and we adapted for the better. It's about turning to either side of us and saying, we did this together. There's so much to be thankful for. So to the faculty, family, and community members, we, the class of 2021, want to simply say, thank you.